So Gareth is doing his mock test today.
Right,
He will be
let's give it a
driving
go.
independently by following the set nav. We are in Winchester, not very far from the test center. At this stage, when he is about to move off, he has done very nice all-around observation. And I can clearly see he's constantly checking his right mirror, which is really good, because situation can change any second. Very patiently waiting, and only started to signal when you were ready, when it is safe to do so. That was a perfect move off, very happy.
After 100 yards, turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
And again, excellent mirror check.
Turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Nice turn. Excellent for looking all the way, the whole length of the new road where he wants to go, to find any surprises.
Turn left.
At the end of this road, we will be turning left. Ideally, he should be checking his mirrors, but so far, there is no mirror check. And when he has come to a complete stop, the signal went off. He's waiting for a little bit. He's trying to do peep and creep for a better view, but throughout that, the signal was off. So when you reach the junction, when you stop somewhere, if your signal went off and it was necessary to signal, it was important to signal, make sure you turn it on again. We are approaching a crossroad, and he will follow the road ahead. Excellent observation, excellent use of body, especially when there were parked cars on the left side, a closed junction. Both sides are equally important. Excellent observation here. Again, once you have finished the junction, once you have settled on the new road, the way Gareth did, it is very good to check your mirrors. So here we have a situation. There is a very narrow road with plenty of parked cars. Ideally, you don't want to end up going very close to a parked car, but here your options are limited. Also, instead of a parked car, there is a chance you will have a larger vehicle on your right side, which makes your space to maneuver even lesser. In these kind of situations, you can go slightly over the curb, but to do so, you need to make sure that you're not creating any hazard for any other road user. For example, if there is a pedestrian on the side of the road, you cannot go over the curb. You need to do effective observation. You need to use lowest possible speed and try to use the curb in the minimum possible way. If there is a pedestrian, if there is a cyclist, you can just stop, wait for them to go away, and then you can create that space for yourself by using the curb.
Turn left.
Gareth has done this junction very nicely. He checked his mirrors, his signaling, and his signal is constantly on. Also, he was using his body. He was leaning forward to have a proper look on both sides. That is really good. 10 out of 10 for that. We can already see he's checking his mirrors. Due to parked cars, he has to move to the other lane, and the right mirror, the side mirror check is really important.
On the left, do not worry about the single yellow at this stage.
So at this stage, when Gareth was told to pull up and park on the left, he should have checked his mirror. He has done it. He should have signaled. But during this, his signal went off, and we were being followed by a silver car. The driver in the silver car was not sure about our intentions. He might have thought we were just doing signal to deal with the parked car,
Drive
but
on
actually
once
we
you're
were
ready.
stopping completely. So if your signal went off, make sure you turn it on again. Now this is where Gareth has done another driving fault, and in fact it was a serious driving fault. He was planning to move off. He did his all-around observation, and he's constantly checking his mirror as well, and he has started to signal. But during the move off, his car has stalled. So in case if you have stalled during the test, you just need to take it easy, secure the car, switch on the engine again, and be very careful about your observations. Gareth was constantly checking his right mirror, but the problem was he was not checking his right blind spot, and that is definitely a serious driving fault. Beautiful response to the traffic sign. It's our right of way. Gareth has checked his mirrors already. He was making himself very much visible as well. So that was done very nicely. He was in fact checking his mirrors as well. Now the new speed limit is 20, clearly visible. He's checking his mirrors before entering the 20 zone. He has checked his mirrors one more time, which is brilliant. Constant mirror check, amazing. Road is narrow, plus it's going uphill. So for the time being, he was driving in second gear, which is absolutely fine. On these kind of situations, try to look as far as possible and try to scan backwards. So in case if there is any situation, any hazard ahead of you, you will be aware of it.
At the end of the road, turn right.
Here, he should have checked his mirrors. Even if he has checked, he should be making it a bit more prominent because of bend, plus he knows there is a junction coming because SatNav has already told us. Excellent handling.
Turn right.
That's a good mirror check. And it's a stop junction, so we have to stop at the end of this road. He's very good with his observations, the way he leans forward, the way he checks on both sides. That is really, really good. Never lose patience in these kind of situations. Examiner next to you will be looking on both sides as well. And if you take a little bit longer due to any oncoming cars, do not assume that examiner is thinking, oh, why he's not moving. Always give yourself time. Speed limit on this road is 30. Nice straight road, but going downhill, so be very careful about your speed. Excellent mirror check. Very good.
After 300 yards, go left on the roundabout, first exit, then bear right.
On this road, since our last turn, he checked his mirrors just once. Though the SatNav has already given us a new instruction. So if you can check your mirrors a bit more constantly on these kind of roads, it will be brilliant.
Bear right.
A mini roundabout. Good timing for the signal. Signal is still on. Due to pedestrian activity, he was really slow, and the way he was looking all the way where he wants to go, that was really good. So in case if there was another pedestrian, I'm sure he would have seen them. Speed limit is 20. It's a one-way road, so drive nicely in the middle of the road.
200 yards, bear right, then keep left.
That's just a sharp bend. Try to look as far as possible in case if there is a queue of traffic or something. Because we are near to the train station, so also there might be some pedestrian activity in that area. Still one-way road.
Bear right, then keep
Just a
left.
bend. Keep looking all the way where you want to go.
Keep left.
Just for planning, after the bend, you will stay in the left lane.
So this was another potential serious driving fault. there was a bend and I was telling Gareth to stay in the left lane. The approach speed should be a bit slower and the steering control should be better. He went slightly towards the middle, towards the center of the road, and then he moved back to the left. In these kind of situations, if you have to stop for a little bit longer, make sure you apply the handbrake as well.
It is amazing.
Yeah, like I said, I hadn't been outside before I walked outside to come and see you, and I didn't realise it was quite as nice as it is.
Sometimes examiner will also talk to you just to relax you, especially in these kind of situations where he knows you will be stopping for a little bit longer. So just to take the pressure away, they will talk to you sometimes.
Full examiners with it.
Yeah, really?
Even Winchester is open.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to clear the backlog
Yeah.
as much as they can.
So they're making some nice overtime then.
Yeah. Okay with the position set now?
Yeah, but yeah, fine.
it's
Yeah,
visible,
yeah.
So to move off, before doing so, make sure you check your mirrors as well, in case if a cyclist or a motorbike is filtering through the traffic. Speed limit is 20, ahead of us is 30. Let's see if Gareth checks his mirrors. Yes, he has. So whenever the speed limit is changing, he's checking his mirrors very nicely. Unfortunately, he has made another driving fault on this occasion. There was a cyclist in front of us and the road was going uphill. He started to slow down very nicely. He was fully aware of the cyclist, but the problem was he did not realize that he is slowing down a lot and he needs to do the gear change. By the time he realized and he started to do the gear change, it was already too late. There was so much to take. There was a car behind us, very close to us, and then there was a cyclist in front of us. So there was not enough opportunity to do everything. And that will be classified as a serious driving fault. If you stalled on a junction, and you did not create any hurdle for anyone, it was fine. But here we were being followed by someone very closely, and they were not expecting that kind of thing in that situation. Now he's in proper gear, road is going uphill, he's waiting to clear the bend, he's waiting till his view gets better so he can overtake the cyclist. Effective mirror check in these kind of situations. Beautiful use of speed. Straight away the car came in front of us, and the way he was using his speed to clear the obstruction, that was really good. In these kind of situations, do not waste any time in changing gear unnecessarily. Just build up speed, clear the obstruction. There was a little confusion at this occasion. He's trying to look at the sat nav, but it was the next turning on the right. So always try to spot the blue line in your sat nav, and on the top of that blue line there will be a white arrow that will tell you exactly where the turn is. Otherwise, just ask the examiner. Once you've finished the turn, check your mirrors. Gareth has checked his center mirror, which is okay, but best is center and right. But even center mirror check, he was fully aware what is behind him, so even that is really good. Again, changing lane, an effective right mirror, side mirror check was needed. Here, black and white chevrons tells you that there is a sharp bend, and then there are some signs. Now the top triangle tells you that it's a single file traffic, the road is narrow on both sides. The problem here was approach speed. You should react to those signs. You should start to slow down so the person sitting next to you can realize that you're fully aware of what is happening ahead of you. No one has priority on this bridge. First come, first go. There was a pedestrian who wanted to cross. Gareth just gave a thumbs up. If you want to wait, it's better to do eye contact instead of doing any gesture or instead of flashing your lights. Again, quite a bendy road. Try to scan the road between
200
max and minimum
yards,
viewpoints.
Turn left.
So it's a left turn and mirror check. He has checked his mirrors, but
Second turn.
it would be amazing if he turns his neck a little bit more. It gives a feeling that you're checking your mirrors more effectively, like
Turn
here.
left.
Again, a very narrow turn, a very sharp bend. Beautiful turn, beautiful handling. Nice push and pull of the steering wheel. Beautiful mirror check. Gareth was amazing with his mirrors. Again, clearly he's checking his mirrors. Excellent.
And Gareth, pull up and park somewhere on the left at a safe place, please.
He was checking his mirrors constantly, but unfortunately when he was about to stop, he should check his mirrors more
Drive
often.
on once you're ready.
It's not if you have checked your mirrors few seconds ago, the situation is still the same. It can literally change any moment. Nice blind spot check, constant eye on the right mirrors. At this point, if you can check your right blind spot one more time, that is amazing. Remember, situation can change any time. Gareth has not hit the curb, it was just the road surface.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Good mirror check again. Very good timing for the signal as well. Nice decline in the
Turn
speed,
right.
which tells the examiner clearly that he is fully aware about the junction, about the turn. Beautiful observation, the way he's scanning, the way he's looking the whole length of the new
Somewhere on
road.
the left
That was
at
good.
a safe place. You can ignore the single yellow at this stage. Excused. Thank
Once you have stopped
Drive on
completely, make
once
sure
you're
you
ready.
cancel the signal, because examiner will stay quiet, will give you just a couple of seconds so you can finish it off. You can finish the maneuver completely. Again, nice effective observation. Constant eye on his right mirror. Very well done for that. Again, right blind spot can be checked again.
At the end of the road, turn left. Turn
So this is where
left.
he should have checked his mirrors. Like, try to keep yourself relaxed. When you've been told to do something, it's all right. You have done these junctions, such junctions, several times. So it's not, it's a complete different, a new situation. Just repeat the instruction if you feel nervous, and then straight away your brain will start doing the things. Beautiful mirror check. Nice center mirror check especially. And he's building up speed. Now we are in 40 zone. Straight away he's checking his mirrors. That's really good.
Once it is safe, can you please wash the front window?
And remember, once it is safe, you don't need to rush for it. Whenever you can. Whenever it is safe. Now the speed limit has changed from 40 to 30. On this occasion, as soon as the sign was visible, there should be some mirror check to see how closely you're being followed by someone. So in case if you have to slow down, if you have to use your brake, you can plan better. A bend with bikers and cars ahead of us. So in these kind of situations, always keep scanning the road. Do not surround the bikers, or do not surround even the cars. So that's a very good distance, very good speed. He's keeping himself reasonably away from the biker, so in case if they have to stop or if something happens, he will have sufficient time, plenty of time to deal with the situation. Speed limit is 30. In these kind of situations, again, check your mirrors if you can, as many times as you can. Beautiful distance. Very good. Excellent mirror check, especially when there is that hatched area and when the opposite lane is quiet. People may use this to overtake you, so it is really crucial to keep checking your mirrors in these kind of situations.
After 200 yards, turn right.
So normally whenever the sat-nav speaks, try to check your mirrors, because then definitely there is a junction coming. So you should be aware of it, so you can plan better when to
Turn
slow down.
right.
Signal is on. Mirror was checked to some extent. And the signal went off. Let's see if he will turn it on again. Checking both sides very nicely. Moving off to the central reservation, checking the left side. Left side observation should be a little bit more. Approach speed should be a bit slower and more effective observation. Speed limit on this occasion is 40 miles per hour. He's checking his mirrors. A dual carriageway now, but with a speed limit 40 miles per hour. Speed limit is changing. And Gareth is has checked his center mirror. Very good for that. On such a nice day, when there is not many cars in front of you, try to drive up to the speed limits. So we will be joining the main road from the slip road. Once you are next to the live lane, once you're next to the main road, before that, when you're about to reach there, start your mirror and signal to tell everyone about your intentions. Constant eye on your right mirror. The way Gareth is doing, it's amazing. He's checking his right mirror, and if there is an opportunity, just move to the right side. He could have made maximum use of slip road. That is always better, but the way he did, even that's not bad. Already past two signs, double bend and traffic lights coming in front of us as well. Even here it says reduce your speed now. There's an information sign about the roundabout.
400 yards, cross the roundabout, second exit.
You can follow the markings and signs for A272.
Okay.
For A272 you will be using your first lane, but it is the second exit.
Cross the roundabout, second exit.
The roundabout is managed by the traffic light, so if it is green, happy days.
Take the exit.
For some
Then
reason he
you
started to
have
look
reached your
towards the right,
destination.
though we already know the light is green. That's why he slightly went towards the second lane, and I was ready to take control of
And
the steering wheel.
That will be the end of your independent driving.
All right.
You don't need to stop, but from here onwards, I will give you directions.
Cool.
Keep maximum towards the left because we are taking this exit. Always a good idea to check center and right mirror at this point, because there is space where someone may come.
After 200 yards, you have reached your destination.
Now we have national speed limit. It's a single carriageway and national speed is 60. Beautiful day, clear road, so try to build
You
up
have
speed.
reached your destination.
Next roundabout, Gareth. Turn right. Second exit, please.
Okay.
So he's already got the instruction. He's driving at 60 miles per hour. Roundabout sign is visible. Road is going downhill. That is where we have done another driving fault about the control on the car. Unfortunately, approach speed was a bit high. That's why we could not make an assessment and judgment of the lane, and we could not judge that there is a car coming from the right. At this stage, I have to use my dual controls, so I have stopped the car for Gareth. Though he's checking his mirrors very effectively, he started to signal left. But that mistake, that driving fault can be avoided easily if you checked your mirrors in good time. As soon as you were told to do something, you were given an instruction, if you started to slow down. Single carriageway, and now it will be a dual carriageway. So in the dual carriageway, unless you're overtaking, make sure you stay in the left lane, just like Gareth. So his road positioning at high speed and now on dual carriageway is really good. Another information sign coming.
Turn left, first exit, please.
Another information sign and instruction has been given. This time he's checking his mirrors, and he's better prepared for this roundabout. That's a beautiful approach speed, beautiful observation, very effective observation, and nicely dealing with the roundabout. Dual carriageway speed limit, though it's 70, but you don't have to reach 70 because you're
And
dealing
now
with
you
a
will
bend.
follow the signs for Saint Cross.
So St. Cross is our head first exit, and the roundabout is managed by the traffic lights. Whenever you see a green light from distance, always anticipate that it will change into red before you reach there. So check your mirrors, ease off the accelerator, and be prepared to stop the car. But if there is someone behind you, or you are doing such a speed where it is not very convenient to stop the car, and if it is amber, very carefully you have to continue. You cannot do sudden braking. But that's not an ideal thing to do. That is where we did another driving fault. Plenty of traffic calming measures here. We have to give way to any oncoming car. Gareth was completely depending on the car in front of us, and he was not looking at the maximum viewpoint, and he did not realize that there is a car coming, and unfortunately I had to intervene there. Now when he's moving off, he's getting another minor driving fault. He did not check his center and right mirror. Speed limit, unfortunately, on this road is national, so which is 60, but you don't have to. And in fact, you cannot drive at 60 when there are so many pedestrians around you and the road is so narrow. There are lots of traffic calming measures with restricted view. This time he has stopped for oncoming traffic, which is good.
Be saying thank you to them if they say that.
Yeah.
He didn't say it.
No.
Again, before moving off, checking center and right mirror is important. We have priority, but always make sure it is clear. If somebody is already dealing with the parked cars, give them way. Road is narrow on both sides, and we have priority here. But still be careful, because the view is not brilliant, not for you, not for others. So always be mindful about
It's a
this.
habit I need to get into when I'm doing it.
This situation can be done in a better way.
Control on this day.
Yeah.
We have to give way for oncoming vehicles because the road was narrow on our side. So Gareth has approached very nicely. He was slow, he was looking, but the only issue was he went too much to the other side. So you should have stopped at your giveaway lines, start to do peep and creep, start to roll forward till your view gets better. If your view is better and you can see that no one is coming, only then switch lane. Because if you're already switching lane, though you are slow, and if somebody turns up, you have left with no other option apart from continuing driving.
Turn left, Gareth.
That's good. Gareth has checked his mirrors, he's signaling. Again, cyclists, pedestrians. On the right side you will find lots of parked cars, so an effective mirror check is, an effective observation on both sides of the road is really crucial. Speed limit is 30 on this occasion. There is a cyclist and road is sharply bending to the right. Very good. Gareth is turning his neck clearly. He's looking at the maximum viewpoint.
At the end of this road, turn left, please.
Another T-junction. Mirror check. He should have checked his mirrors before signaling. Nicely coming to a position and stopping the car. Doing all around observation. Very good. Looking on both sides. Nice push and pull. And a nice move off.
At traffic lights, Gareth, we are turning right.
That's a good timing for the signal. Light is green. He's slowing down as much as he can, waiting for any oncoming cars, checking, no one is coming. Now he's looking all the way where he wants to go. Approach speed should be a bit slower, but it was not bad at all. As long as you can manage the car at that speed and you have done your observations,
Please take the
it should
next
be alright.
turning on the right.
A hidden right turn. He's trying to look for it, but there is no mirror check. His signal is on at this point. Now it has gone off, but he's not turning it on again, so definitely it will be classified as a minor driving fault, most probably, especially if no one is coming. But if someone is coming and someone tries to overtake you because you're in the middle of the road and nobody knows what you're planning to do, that's a good mirror check after the turn. Going uphill. At this section of the road, only one car can fit in. So he has slowed down. The way he's leaning slightly towards right and the way he's trying to look ahead of the bend, it was good. Speed limit is 30. He's not far from the test center. He's checking his mirrors again. Again, he's checking his mirrors.
At Junction, Gareth, you will follow the road ahead.
A crossroads, so stopping nicely at giveaway. Where he slowed down for the car which was turning. That was really good. Give them a little bit of margin. They started to turn before us. We were not there. So we don't need to reach the giveaway line straight away. We need to be mindful about them.
Then
Good observation.
On the left at a safe
And
place.
this time when he's stopping, he has checked his center mirror very nicely. The left mirror could be checked as well. And that's the end of his test, and unfortunately he was not successful today.